Special talent spotted at Man United as another injury concern emerges. Man United could have themselves a fresh injury worry ahead of their Premier League clash with AFC Bournemouth on Saturday evening. Manchester United return to Premier League action on Saturday evening with the threat of this season fizzling out looming large. While the 2-2 draw with Liverpool on Sunday was respectable, it is unlikely to do much for their ambitions to qualify for the Champions League next season. United are 11 points behind Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur, who are battling it out for the final remaining spots in the elite competition. For Erik Ten Hag, the best he can hope for is qualification for the Europa League and winning the FA Cup this season. As we have known for some time, the prestigious domestic cup competition represents United's best chance of winning silverware, and while Championship club Coventry City should not be underestimated, fans will expect to see their team face either Manchester City or Chelsea in the final. Even though the Premier League is beginning to play second fiddle this season, Ten Hag will be keen to see some positive signs from United when they travel to the South Coast this weekend. AFC Bournemouth have enjoyed a relatively good season and have proven themselves as being tough to beat at home throughout the campaign. A victory against the Cherries will hopefully put some distance between United and the chasing pack and avoid the indignity of playing Europa Conference League football next season. If the Reds are to win on Saturday, they may have to do it without Marcus Rashford. As we take a look at the latest training session in closer detail, Manchester Evening News Sport explains why Ten Hag will be sweating over the fitness of his winger. No Marcus Rashford. The United winger was substituted during the draw with Liverpool on Sunday, but Ten Hag was hopeful it was not a serious issue. Rashford attempted to put fans' minds at ease post-match when he declared he would be okay after coming off, but he was nowhere to be seen as the full available first team trained at Carrington. Ahmad pushing to replace Rashford. After his heroics against Liverpool, Ahmad has had to bide his time for another chance. Injury to Rashford could give the Ivorian an opening in the starting 11, but Antony's recent upturn in form could scupper his hopes. The former Ajax man was also pictured in training on Wednesday. Willy Kambwala is in line for another start. With United's injury woes at the back, Kambwala was called upon to partner Harry Maguire at the back against Liverpool. It was an assured performance from the Frenchman, and he is likely to be called upon again this weekend with Raphael Varane, Lisandro Martinez and Johnny Evans still missing. Next, United Academy star given chance to impress. Following Kobbie Mainoo's seamless transition to the first team and Kambwala beginning to make a name for himself in the United 11, fans are desperate to see which youngster will be given a chance yet. No player has impressed supporters on social media more than Shea Lacey, who, at 16, already looks to be a special talent for the future. He was put through his paces with the first team on Wednesday, which could suggest he will be introduced at some stage soon. Manchester United's long-term target Kingsley Coman open to England move. Long-term Manchester United target, Kingsley Coman, may finally be available to make a switch to Old Trafford this summer. The Red Devils' lack of quality on the wings this season has been plain for all to see, as only Alejandro Garnacho has hit the heights expected of him. Marcus Rashford has failed to live up to last season's standards, and Antony continues to play well below the overall level expected for a United winger. With the futures of loaned-out pair Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood looking like they will be away from Manchester, Ineos may well need to consider recruiting new talent to the wings. The club may also have just received some good news in this respect, as a report out of Germany suggests that Bayern Munich may finally be prepared to sell winger Coman. What's more, the player is said to be open to a move to either England or Spain, which would certainly put United firmly in the picture. Sport Bild claimed that the German side would be willing to talk if a club made a bid of around €70 million, £60 million, for the French international. Vitally, it is also reported that he is open to a new challenge in England or Spain, which would certainly grease the wheels of any potential deal to take him to Old Trafford. The 27-year-old has been a long-term target for the Red Devils, as he was lined up as an alternative option to Jadon Sancho after the club originally missed out on the winger in the summer of 2020. A year later, it was reported that Red Devils were offering a lucrative wage packet to secure the signing of the talented winger, but yet again, no deal materialized. The Frenchman has become a crucial member of the Bayern Munich team, and in 9 seasons at the club, he has scored 63 goals in 293 appearances. The Frenchman was also the Bavarian team's match winner in the 2020 Champions League final as he headed in the game's only goal against Paris Saint-Germain. Coman has also been capped 55 times for France, scoring 8 goals for his country. A move for the 27-year-old would certainly go against Ineos's policy of recruiting younger stars on the cusp of breaking out, but perhaps if such an established player were available for such a fee, it may be a deal the Red Devils may consider pulling the trigger on, especially with such a young and inexperienced front line consisting of the 21-year-old Rasmus Højlund and 19-year-old Alejandro Garnacho. Benjamin Sesko could be sold for less than £42 million release clause. RB Leipzig are not only open to selling Manchester United target Benjamin Sesko this summer but could also sell for a deal lower than his £42 million release clause. The Red Devils have struggled for goals all season and there have been moments where the club has had no true number 9 available. Rasmus Højlund was recruited in the summer but the 21-year-old initially struggled, failing to open his account in the Premier League until December. Backup striker Anthony Martial has largely been anonymous, scoring 2 goals in 19 appearances for the Red Devils. An injury in mid-December has put paid to the Frenchman's season and with only a little over a month left, it seems unlikely the striker will play for the club again, as his contract runs out this summer. Therefore, signing a striker to support Højlund has become a major issue to address in the summer, and the club have been linked to targets such as Lois Openda, Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. However, according to 90 Minutes, there is some good news regarding another striker target in the form of Leipzig's Sesko. The 20-year-old is one of Europe's most sought-after young strikers, having enjoyed a fine debut season with Leipzig, whom he has scored 12 goals for in 36 games across all competitions. After 1 year in the Bundesliga though, sources have told 90 Minutes Sesko is open to a new challenge, and Leipzig would be willing to facilitate an exit. The €50 million, £42 million, release clause in Sesko's current contract may not need to be activated in order for him to leave, with Leipzig open-minded about the structure of any deal providing that ballpark valuation is met. In addition, the Slovenian's most likely destination is the Premier League, where United, Arsenal and Newcastle all harbour an interest in the player. The Red Devils remain in the market for another striker, but they are now more willing to bring in a younger option like Sesko as opposed to a veteran due to the improved form of Rasmus Højlund in the second half of this season. United have had their eye on the 20-year-old for quite some time and were in talks to sign the player in the summer of 2022, but no deal materialized. It was also reported that Sesko's release clause would kick in next summer, but news that the Bundesliga outfit may sell for lower will be welcomed by the likes of the Old Trafford outfit. The striker has been described as a diamond in the rough, possessing rapid speed with good mobility and dribbling for a 1.93m striker. Blessed with a swagger and level of flair. Flicks, tricks, turns and spins. He's the type of striker who throws his body at the ball to score. Similar to a young Zlatan Ibrahimovic and in some ways, Erling Haaland. A young hungry striker who is obsessed with scoring goals available for less than £42 million sounds a very appetizing deal for United to pursue, as one of the biggest problems the team has is the lack of genuine goal scorers. A front line of Højlund and Sesko may lack experience, but it has bags of potential. Furthermore, a move for the youngster would fit with Ineos's objectives of signing the next star rather than pursuing ready-made products like Osimhen, Kane or Toney. Manchester United have made contact with Bayer Leverkusen over signing Jeremy Frimpong. Manchester United are expecting a busy summer, with Ineos taking charge of their first transfer window in charge of the sporting structure at the club. Plenty of activity is predicted, with both incomings and outgoings on the cards at Old Trafford. United have long been rumoured with adding a right-back to their squad since the arrival of Erik Ten Hag last summer. However, given the need of surgery to other areas of the first team coupled with Diogo Dalot's resurgence, additions in the position have taken a back seat. Or so we thought. Now, Sport Bild via Sport Witness are reporting that United are now ready to sign a right-back and have earmarked their number one choice. Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong is the leading candidate for the role, and United have reportedly made some contact with the German club. Frimpong reportedly